vice presidents surely didn't know, usually operated independently, especially Henry Wallace. And the Congress wanted to stop that. And so what they created was the National Security Council and the decision-making process that came out of that, essentially directing that the executive use that process to make national security decisions and share the decision-making and the counsel and the advice and so forth. Some have done that, some have done it less than others, but at least they've sort of adhered to that. Roosevelt was different from Trump in a number of ways, of course, but the most formidable way he was different comes out again in this book, Missouri Mule, about Harry Truman. Roosevelt was competent, supremely competent, and Roosevelt was a master politician. And Roosevelt had the pressure of the biggest disaster financial-wise. It really was not even as bad as the one at the end of the 19th century, but in terms of the 20th century and the population base and what it did immediately after the 29 crash in the market, it was a very profound crisis. So Roosevelt gets elected, what, in 32, I think, and then you spin off all these things he has to do that are very, very different from any president has ever done. And it works largely. And then the war comes along and ramifies it and makes it work even better. So you had supreme competence, but you had the same kind of president in terms of not letting anybody know anything. So just think about that for a minute. Supreme competence, not letting anybody know much, keeping it close to his chest, doing what he needed to do, or making people around him do it, whether they knew they were doing it or not, like Frances Perkins, the first female Secretary of Labor, who really was at the heart of the New Deal.